Alright, y'all, I'm back for season 3, episode 4, Tyler Perry's Zatima, Help Yourself. So, y'all, we resume where we are actually pulling Bryce out of the car. When I say we, I mean Sean and Angela's pulling Bryce out of the car. Because I want to say they smell gas and all of that. And it was time. It was, they had to pull him out, and I think he was stuck at one point. But y'all, don't this remind you of the "Why Did I Get Married To" scene where Janet Jackson's husband, hit the other car that got into that minor accident, and then somehow he just, oh Lord, I got to go be with the Lord. Sorry. But that's what that reminded me of, and that's what that accident reminded me of. So they pulled him out of the car, and it just seemed like the moment they pulled him and backed up 5 feet, the car just blew up, and I'm just like, okay. Anyway, it's Tyler Perry, so you have to expect what you expect. So y'all, in the next scene, Fatima wakes up and she catches Zach staring at her, and he made breakfast in bed, and they share their moment or whatever, which was really cute. It's nice to have somebody to make you breakfast in bed. Anyway, Zach tells Fatima that it is a relief being able to have money again. And Fatima tells Zach that they would have been good either way, and she would have held them down. And that's just who Fatima is. She holds the person down, and I get it. I'm not gonna lie and say before I didn't, but I do now. Anyway, he tells Fatima that he doesn't want to be in this type of situation ever again. And not just in a broke situation, but in a situation where not only are you limited on funds, but you have to rely on a woman to take care of you, which was really stressful, because then he talks about how Karen handled him and how the sister circle used to handle him. And we all know that. Fatima asked him when he tell Bryce, but Zach is making him wait. And also, y'all, we already know that Zach or Fatima, they don't know that Bryce has been in an accident and he is in the hospital. So we get to the next scene with Belinda and Nate smashing, and then they having hate smash, but we gonna keep it moving. Nate is asking, could there be anything more? And she was like, no. And then they started arguing, but then I was like, Nathan, are you married with a wife and kids, or are you separated or something? But whatever. So in the next scene, Zach and Preston is in his office, and he's actually on the phone getting his account verified and all of that stuff, making that part right. So Preston once again tells Zach to call Bryce so they can sign the contracts. So this is where we find out, we don't know how rich Preston is, but we know he rich. And so then in comes Deja, and she starts flirting with Preston, calling him vanilla. And it was just this scene. And so her lawyer is in there because she's trying to sue Fatima, and Zach puts her out, and that was just that on that. So we get to the barbershop scene where Nate continues to complain about why they did not tell Zach, and he was just really harping on the situation. And it was just another back and forth scene. They asked the older dude that works in the shop, I forgot his name. They asked him, as a scenario would happen, what would he do? And he said, man, if somebody hit my woman, I'm going after them, point blank, end the period. But we all know that Zach he goes from 0 to 1,000. I just don't think that there is no in between, especially when it comes to Fatima. So telling him is of no don't tell him it is of no consequence. Don't say nothing. Like, leave it alone. Leave it alone. So, y'all, Fatima comes to the projects looking for Jeremiah, y'all. Let me tell y'all, because I am from, of course, my voice, I'm from the Ninth Ward. I'm from New Orleans. Let me say that. I'm from New Orleans, and I lived in the Ninth Ward. So, of course, everybody knows most of the Ninth Ward is just, the Florida and Desire projects or whatever. So that's why I call it the project, because that's just what it is, from the hood. So she goes to the projects looking for Jeremiah to tell him, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just leave it alone and let it go. Zach comes, she started talking to Connie, and then here comes Zach. She didn't know Zach was coming out there too. So Zach sees Fatima and Connie talking and asks Fatima, what are you doing here? And it was just a short episode, y'all. It was really short. So, of course, Fatima does not tell the truth. She's not fully honest about, I'm sorry. We know that in the next episode she may not be fully honest, but once he asked what was she doing here, that's when the scene went off. That's when the episode went off. So Thursday, we'll be able to find out what she's doing there. Anyway, y'all, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will come back to y'all in another video. And I want to say tonight is where Sisters comes back on. So I'm going to do the review and drop Sisters tonight. That's what I want to do. So we're going to work on that. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Oh. What's wrong with my thing?